Okay. Um, cool. Ooh, that's dark. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, it's a little dark. So as I prove from watching some videos from earlier today, I have not gotten to the cleaning up of anything today. So, but it is what it is. You get to it when you can these days. Um, so I got just a little lamp going here, which is not enough for this camera. I need to have a light there, and then actually with this background, if I could get some cool light blasting back there, some blue or something, I don't know, do something fun. Order some lights on Amazon or something. Now that I actually have a decent setup going on. So when I look away from the mic, it doesn't sound as good as but I think probably when it plays back, it's fine. What's up? Is that B-Rad? Yeah. So let's test this. I'm gonna switch over to my computer. Oh, it does the mirroring thing. Okay. All right. So I can't really show you. I can't show you maybe this, but can I show you, like, let's go to Safari. So I can't show you that screen. Sorry, because now I'm real bright. Got some key light. Some key light for the computer. Computer key light. Computer key light. That should be the YouTube. If Digital Bananas doesn't work, I should be computer key light. Computer key light. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Let me try to switch over now. This is okay. So I'm using the computer that I actually, so now you can see this. I think on my live stream. I think so. I don't know. It's what's going through my Blackmagic. It's going through my Blackmagic. eBay. If you want to look for gear, go to eBay, and I can just switch back. I think we're gonna play this back and see if it works. Now I can share with you on the same computer I'm broadcasting. I can't go to that one computer screen that shows the YouTube because it starts to do the mirroring thing. So I can't. I don't know. I wish I could stay on that page and kind of show you what's going on there with, like, because there's, the chat boards right there, the texting back and forth. It would be cool to do that. What I might figure out how to do is go to it. Okay, I'm not up on it right now, but figure out a way to edit. Do I want to edit? Edit details, live chat. Yes, I want live chat. Allow live chat to replay. Details. Schedule, category, thumbnail. How do I just like show the thumbnail instead? My video contains no, I wish it did. Yeah, I'm assuming I need to read through all this stuff. Goodness gracious. They've really finessed some things. Man, I tell you what, I don't know if I'm saying something wrong here, but I really should have taken advantage of this stuff years ago, man, before they have all these rules. But here's the key. People are still going to find success with it, make a lot of money. So I dig in now. It could get even harder. So, so I don't want to switch over to the screen now because I've got my YouTube screen up. I just need to figure out how to live chat, pop out chat. Pop out chat? What's this? Oh, pop it out. Pop out chat. Okay, top chat. What's live chat? All messages are visible. Okay, make that bigger. All right, so if I cover my face, and I flip over, do we have a problem? I guess not, right? Because you can't see it. So I could display the chat if I wanted to. But anywho, let's go back to let's put that live chat away. Doo-dah, doo-dah. How did this happen? Now, how did I get myself in this position? There we go. Get that out of the way. Boom. Okay. Sorry about that. So if I go to the keyboard here and I actually go over to Safari, I can show you all the stuff I'm looking at because, man, stuff's expensive. And this is the best deal I've seen, I think, I need to confirm that you could be able to plug something like this in. Oh man, the 7. See, this is priced out at like an A6500, where you already get the lens though, but goodness gracious. So here's one of the best deals I've found. So this should be a separate video, but I am kind of testing being able to use my computer to show you what I'm doing. OBS can do this, but I've already got the computer. I don't know. It seems to be working pretty good so far. This seems to be the best. Like, I want to try this just for the lens. Now, keep in mind, it's a 1-inch CMOS sensor, which is still, it would be better than this camera, I think. I think so. Yeah, I mean, I got my gain up, and I'm on 24p, folks, just to get a little bit more light in. Computer key light. All right. So this is full frame A7C. I think my buddy Brad mentioned that to me. FF, favorite fan. One of them. Jeff, you're a favorite fan too. Anyway, I've got favorite fans. I love them all. I love all you guys. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. But anyway, go back. New video, Mike. Thank you. Thank you, Brittany, for getting this for me. Oh my goodness. Long time ago, really putting it into some use now. Those battery packs you can plug in to charge the battery pack, and you can plug in USB. Let's look at the photos because I got, it's like switching camera angles. All right. It's bananas. All right. So you get a that's a little viewfinder, which is pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure on this one. This was a really great upgrade, the Mark III. Compact. You're going out to hang out. You don't want anything stressful. You got a little, I mean, it's a little HDMI there. I want to just I just want to know what's underneath that little, it's probably a micro one, but can take really fast. I mean, this is a nice, like a cross between, I mean, they really made these point and shoots more DSLR, more, professional. They're prosumer. They're pretty pro. You can get professional results out of them. But so I spent, I think, $600 for this camera that I'm using right now. So $400, and it'll probably look better than this. Now this is nice because I got a zoom. I got some other features that are nice on this as far as zoom in and, and zooming in and, just, I don't want to do it right now because it messes my focus up. But anyway, look at that guy taking that picture of that flower. Look at you, buddy. Are you in video mode? I can't tell. Are you in video mode? Doesn't matter. So this is an idea I have. It's all right. It's live. We're going for it. I'll wrap this up soon, but I really wanted to just tell this is the same computer that I'm streaming from. I'm just going out of its Thunderbolt to HDMI. So I'm going to get an overhead camera soon so I can show people what I'm doing. So if you have one computer and you want to do what you would be using OBS for, but you would be, just using OBS in terms of screen sharing and setting it up for screen sharing. And if you're using your own webcam if you're just using the computer, you could plug in USB, get a USB microphone, get a USB, and get a USB video camera, webcam. 1080p would look a lot nicer than what's in a lot of computers. You may not need this setup. For me, this allows me to plug in another professional computer, something HDMI. And then also same with the microphone. It's got 2 microphone inputs. So that gives me just some extra options there. But there's a lot of stuff that plugs in USB. There's a lot of stuff. I trust this setup real well. I trust this plug-in hardware. I'm going off of Wi-Fi for internet. At some point I could get an Ethernet cable going from our modem to really, really test that upload strength. Rocking that like 25 megabytes per second now. I know I need to get something more, but so yeah. Anyway, thank you for sticking around. So I've been looking at this one for sure for anybody trying to save some money, but really 1.8 to 2.8. Like, there's times where I need that on my nice camera. I'm like, it's dark in here. I need 1 point. Now, granted, it's a 1-inch CMOS sensor, which is better. It's better than this camera that I got right here. It's not too bad. They just came out with the A7C. If you want the best low light, but with the most compact camera, you probably want to look at the A7C. That's why I'm not buying a camera. I want to be able to play with this stuff. I might rent it, spend money renting it, and then reviewing it on my own. But even that, I'm going to try not to pay any money. I'd rather just be, even if I have to send it back. But but yeah, the A7C, because then you could get a smaller gimbal that costs less money. And I would get, like, what's cool about this though, it's a nice versatile lens, 24 to 70. When you have, image stabilization mode on, they say it's more like 28 millimeters, but 24. So if you have this thing on a small gimbal, which, now granted with this particular, looking at this model, if you look at this, but you think you really need one of those flip out screens where you can flip it out and see it, then you're going to want to look at the Sony SV1. And now you're looking though more at, I wish, gosh, if only I could type better. What is going on? Did I forget the space bars? Did I forget the space bar? I mean, it's just right over here. It's the big one. It's the giant one right there. Just hit it, use it, separate your words. Anywho, so yeah, you're looking at, that seems about right. 646, 624. That is not the one, but so this is one that's very similar, but you get the flip out one. And you can have continuous recording, I believe in 4K. I think it's just 4K. Continuous recording for as long as the battery life will allow. So you could use this smaller thing for events when you just have to record with the card, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know why I felt like somebody was right behind me. That's real freaky in my mind. So this is cool. So back to this over here. So you're looking at that other one that's a little bit older, that, pretty versatile. And I mean, you could set it up. I think you could set it up on a gimbal with maybe a little tiny tripod that's on the handle of the gimbal, maybe. So at least if you had the camera turned sideways, I'm thinking like very specifically, like if you're in a car and you've got the camera from, and the camera's facing this way and you can't necessarily see your screen. So you might need an external monitor, which, you could save that money there and just get the ZV1, SV1, good Lord, ZV1. So there's options there. Very popular cameras for blogging and vlogging. Canon's got a great option. It's a 24 to 100 millimeter 1.8 to 2.8 on their GX7 Mark II or something. That's their version. So it's worth looking at some of these different I've seen some footage from some point and shoot Panasonic cameras that look like, a little bit bigger than these ones, but they have a fixed lens in. Fixed meaning you can't take it out and put it back. Anyway. So anyhow. So this is a good option, and you can stay pretty cheap with this. I don't know what kind of gear I'm getting. You want to see what I'm looking at? You don't want to see what I've been looking at forever? This thing. This is a very popular one, and it's come down. It's actually cheaper than that. It's about that price right there, $348 on B&H. So you could just go through B&H. The Essentials kit. So I don't know how much the non-essential. It's just like 500 something bucks for the non-essential. So that's why I started looking at those little cameras, because it's like, well, how much do I need? I need a compact option, right? So I could definitely stay within that $500, $550 range if I got, that RX 100 Mark, this one, and use it with my C100 Mark II, and just have to start doing more push-ups. Gonna have to work out, because if I'm stronger and built, I save money somehow. Seriously, I'll save money, and it'll be quite the workout, but to run and gun with that kind of setup. But again, that's why I'm they got the A7C out. You get a nice wide angle lens that can handle low light, like a 20 millimeter 1.8, probably for $700. You're probably still spending $2,500 before you get the gimbal. So I'm not in a spot to even think about that right now. But I do like talking about gear. But this is a great deal on B&H. This will work for a lot of DSLRs, and for cameras like the C100 Mark II, I think you have to strip them down. You got to take the handle off. You got to take. That's what's cool about the C100. You can, and part of it will be. I think it would handle my Tokina, but you know, I don't know. I've used the GoPro gimbal a lot for stuff, and having it on a nice fixed wide shot that you have to move in and out with the gimbal with, it works. So if you know that's what you want to do, if you know the A7C, you want like the best low light with the compact camera, that's probably where you want to go. But if you just need something that's pretty dang good in low light, and at least on the 1.8 24 millimeter, that could probably do. I mean, I haven't seen. I mean, if you're in pitch black, like, you know, good luck. I mean, you're gonna need like. I mean, that's why the A7C. You may, if you're in real low, really bad low light situation, or what you can always do is get a good, and then just they got like pocket lights now. Oh my gosh, they've got like pocket LED lights. I mean, it's just look at this. You just get it out and just, I mean, maybe something, maybe a little bit. I should probably be on B&H, y'all. I'm sorry. This is so unprofessional. So unprofessional. Come on, Joey. Get with it. Get with it. If you're sticking with me, I appreciate you. Actually, let's actually check the live stream to make sure it's still working. Oh, it's going crazy because I had it on the other thing. It's still going. It's still going. Great, great. All right, going back so I can flip over and I have the vortex thing happen. Okay, so we're talking like, I mean, because really in some situations you just need to have a little pocket LED light. Maybe some of this is expensive. My goodness, yeah, you probably want to look at something like this, something that's $40. You know, you get what you pay for. That is a company I'm familiar with that I like. The Genere. Almost sounds like Genere. It's not terrible, but you know, but where do you want to spend that extra money? Do you want to spend that extra money and just get that really better low light camera that, you know, I think you could do a lot with the A7C. I'm going to start uploading some stuff I'm doing with the C100 with my wide angle, that if you want like making movies and you just want some really crisp video, and you could get your audio separately so you don't have to wear, I mean, if you want to get wireless mics, great. I know they're convenient, but it is kind of getting to a point where they're pretty expensive. If you need multiple ones, you're going to buy multiple ones. You might as well rent. You probably just rent if you need wireless mics. But the changing of the frequencies, I mean, they've got, well, oh gosh, here I go. I got to do another video about this. I have to do a separate one. They've got these the Rode mic I'm using right now. This is a Rode video mic, but Rode makes a really great wireless option. I bet if you just type in Rode Wireless Go, there they are. Not a bad option at all in terms of price for wireless. And you think you can have up to 8 of them. So if you're recording audio separately for your film, one of those would work directly with, I'm pretty sure, the Mark III. I don't know if it has a microphone jack or not. The ZV-1 does. But so I needed to actually just make a separate video with those cameras in the title. This was a big test. I can click over and share. Oh, you got weddings. You got to have one on the bride. There you go. There's the white. So I can flip through the actual camera, the computer that I'm actually doing the broadcasting from, which makes me wonder that if I had a Zoom call going on at the same time here on this, and as long as you can see, yeah, I might be able to do that maybe just from the same computer. Maybe. I would love to test that. I'd love to test that. Is my okay, back on here before I go. Is my number one fan. My number one fan, do you want to do a Zoom call? Can I send you a Zoom link? If I just send a Zoom link right here, he could click on it. You could click on it and we'd be in a Zoom room, and then I could open Zoom on here and I could switch. Don't switch yet. Don't switch yet. Because I got to get off of this page. Boom. And then instead of this having Safari open, I would have Zoom open, and I could see the people I'm chatting with now, yeah, and it would go out HDMI. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Would this work? I think so. I don't think I'm ever going to leave the house again. Digital Bananas is now almost, I'm about ready to start interviewing people. Stop talking to myself. I was about to set up another laptop, but man, I hate suggesting, like, I don't know if there's people out there trying to do something similar to this, but I'm always about, I mean, when you add another laptop, you're adding, you could be adding them not as much money as I'm thinking. Sometimes, laptops could be $800,000, but some are a lot cheaper. Got these awesome Chromebooks now. So if you have to add another laptop device that you want to use as the browser, that works too. But it looks like as long as I'm on a page that doesn't show my video doing the vortex thing, it's handling it. It's handling it. Does this look great? I don't know. My lamp, my little lampy lamp. Come closer, lampy lamp. I need as much light as I can get. Gonna have to. That really helps though when I've got some of that brightness coming off the computer here. I'm on my camera good because I'm gonna go back to Chrome. I'm getting out of Safari. Check my stream, see if it's stronger than yesterday. Anyway, so this is great. I mean, this is a good setup. Like, you have to worry about clipping on a mic. You could have a guest. I mean, like, I'm over here and I don't feel like I can hear myself very well through the through my headphones. But if and you may have to be kind of in front of it. You can't really maybe come from the side of it. But well, here's the deal though. If I have if I have somebody else sitting here, I'm going to be over here. So if they're going to be like, imagine their faces right there. So this is where the mic's going to have to be. It's going to have to be pointed in between us. Oh, okay. So maybe more that way. Anyway, okay. I can kind of hear that. It's good to have headphones. It's good to have headphones to help. Need more light. I didn't even see. Now I'm really going to have to start showing you examples of what I'm using, because once you get some better light, and there's some kits out there that are like not too bad. I think you can spend at most $300 and get a couple new ones that are like really professional, or we can go kind of cheap and just do like, I mean, you can attach a smaller light to a music stand, or just buy one of these 1x1s. Buy one of them with the batteries. I don't know, hopefully less than $200. We'll try to go as cheap as we can, because if you're trying to get all these components, I get it. It's a pain. I can't wait though to hear what people, like, hey, Joey, I've got this computer and this, what should I get? I want to be able to do this. And then just want to hear what people's scenarios are. I know for a lot of people, they just need a one microphone, one microphone, one camera solution, something that, works a little bit better than their laptop. But, I think, hopefully they'll start with laptops now. They'll be keeping this in mind, and like, they'll just have pristine. I mean, the audio and the video quality from an iPhone is great. I mean, my goodness, you have to use the apps with the stuff, but that you can technically stream with that. If you're hooked up to a Wi-Fi with it that has great upload speed, and it's what really helps. I mean, we've just boosted ours. We doubled it. What we're going to do is get a fiber line, and I'll talk about that too. I want to do a video about that and the before and after on that. God, that is really dark. It's because, I don't know. It's probably just on my monitor. It's not too bad, but it's probably pretty dark. But anyway, thanks for my one banana fan watching. I appreciate it. So yeah, if someone's sitting over here, we'll test that. I'd love to do some stuff with the Lukey Meister here soon. And it really does help having a monitor here too, because I can see my levels over here. And at some point, I'll do some with a camera over here, and I'll show you exactly what I've got, each component, each kind of camera, how much those kind of cameras there are now. Which, because of the monitor, you don't need to get as fancy of a camera as this one. I think those point and shoots, man, I'm telling you, those point and shoots, some of those, like Mark III, if you're really trying to get some pristine quality through HDMI, if you want to go through HDMI, but you can get some good quality going USB. I'm going to start checking out some other stuff. I'm sure that, oh my God, I'm sure there's a lot of great stuff out there. But if for some reason you need multiple cameras and you're trying to do a live stream show like this, and you need you want to do a sit down with 3 cameras at least, 1 wide shot and 2 single shots, one on the host and then one. If you want to do that, you're gonna have to get something like this ATEM Mini. But it's not that expensive if that's how far you want to go. Can you get away with 3 of those RX 100? I don't know. You may need some more zoom than 70. Yeah, you're probably going to need some more zoom than 70. I mean, you can move the cameras closer, but yeah, if you're trying to do that, you may need to. Oh man, it's hard when you're talking about getting 3 cameras, because then you're talking at least, it's pricey. It's pricey. But one thing I'm trying to do here is, if you want to do a show, you can do it through Zoom. You can record your Zoom calls. I haven't done that yet. I haven't played a lot with using Zoom and recording just with Zoom. And I would love to be able to do, oh gosh, what am I trying to say? Like for me, it's going to be, and I'll show you my setup. It's going to be easy for me to go from my camera single shot to maybe the computer. I could probably just cut, and then if that's the case, then I don't know. Could I be using my webcam for this? I could be using this webcam for my live stream and a Zoom. It could be coming from a nice USB webcam with what I'm doing right now. If I'm trying to share my screen, though, actually on Zoom, you can share your screen. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try doing some tests where I'm just using just the webcam and what's built into the iMac, and then just assuming someone's got a nice USB webcam and a nice USB microphone, that on Zoom when recording, that you could go between sharing your screen, recording. You could you might have to do a little bit of editing, because if you're clicking and going between well, let's see, can you go between the USB webcam and I don't know, I'll have to play with that, because I think the thing that's really helping me is the ability to switch with this Blackmagic thing. I can switch from it makes me wonder, do they have like a USB? Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I think if you're just using your computer with Zoom and you're trying to do a show where you're cutting between a single of yourself and the gallery shot and all that, I think you might need to use OBS. You might have to just set it on the gallery shot and then design it where you click somewhere on OBS, you click another scene, or you can make these lists of scenes where you click it and it'll go to your screen share. You can do that. You can click it and go to that computer screen share. You can, I think you can set it up so if you've got a Zoom going, you can say this area right here, this person's window. When I click this scene, it'll just show that full screen. I think I need to mess more with OBS. I mean, you're just basically in OBS when you're using it. But I think you can have Zoom going at the same time. Yeah, anyway, I got to play with that. But anyway, but now that I'm concluding that, yeah, you have to get this. Yeah, but if you get this Blackmagic and go with my way, yeah, you do have to go with an HDMI camera, because that's where you're doing the switch in between this and the computer. So, yeah, that's why I'm thinking this setup kind of works right now for the kind of the self broadcaster. And you got your microphone going straight in too. And it's at least going into the same device, and it's just going USB. My God, I can't believe it's working. So yeah. So maybe you have a camera already. Can you use your iPhone? I don't know. This is more about hooking up this is an HDMI setup, so it's, it does get a little bit more pricey. If you're doing your iPhone, you're just probably going to just use your iPhone. I mean, I know that there's apps that work with multiple iPhones and an iMac, iPad, and you can do a whole switching thing there. You just have to pay for the app, pay for the service, and downloading each one. what is the name of that app? I'll find the name of that app and do a video on that. So there's options, but once you figure out your option, you got to commit to it. So at least I'm glad I'm out here trying to give people an option here. Yeah, you have to get an HDMI camera for this switch kind of setup, but at least you don't have to get another laptop. I don't think when I do the Zoom test, that'll help. It'll help. It'll help to be able to go from the single of the host to either the gallery, gallery view, or back to me real quick. And then I have to do the clickety click, enlarge this person's screen, and I'll show that live too. So yeah, another laptop would be great, just to have another source, just to even have another laptop with the same call on with the gallery view. So I always have that. And then this computer here is the one that I've got clicking between the scenes. But that's a lot of processing speed, and you're using more of your upload speed. I don't think muting your cameras on extra laptops is gonna still affect the upload speed. So especially, I think if I'm webcasting like this, it's doing a live stream, and this computer will be handling the download speed and upload speed for a Zoom call. It's a bit to ask it to do. So we'll see if it can do it. If it can't, then I'm going to do the Zoom calls on a separate laptop, which is more money. I understand it to spend, but it could be a Chrome. I think it could be a Chromebook. See, that's the thing. I'm going to start testing stuff that is as inexpensive as I can make it, so that you can do something similar to this. But yeah, the way that I'm actually able now to switch between this single shot and then what I'm viewing on my computer, which could also be a Zoom call at some point if I'm just interviewing somebody. But the only way I'm able to do that is because I got a different camera going into this Blackmagic ATEM Mini device. So, and the only way I'm able to monitor it is to have an extra monitor, which I'd look at Lilliput. I'll start putting this stuff out there. I'll get more professional with this, guys. I promise. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to just test to see if I could switch between my camera shot that's going through the ATEM Mini HDMI and also the same computer I'm doing my live stream from, just to be able to screen share and show you guys all kinds of stuff. Play videos if I've got the Switch in and I'm playing one of those NBA basketball games, which I need this monitor for so that I can see the game the right way, because it mirrors the image on the computer. I got to show that too in a video. But I'll be able to do that, and I can cut between that and YouTube, looking up I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's look up some Larry Bird highlight videos, and then switch to a game playing with the Boston Celtics, one of Larry Bird's classic teams, not his team, but one of the teams he was on. Even though people argue yeah, he was the centerpiece. So that's what people will say, and that's a good argument. It's probably pretty much true. So I could go between, and you can turn down the volume. I think I can turn down the volume. Well, no, if I've got a Zoom call going, no, that's going to have to be from a separate laptop. This is if I'm doing an NBA game, and I'm like, oh man, did you see? And let's say I get a nice 3-point shot with Larry Bird, I could set it up where I have a the mixtape all ready to play. I wonder if this is gonna. Okay, so far the audio's off on it, so but I could have this all ready to just play full screen. How good was Larry Bird? He's one of the greatest ever. He's one of the great. So I could cut between that and the game. And this is on the same computer that I'm broadcasting. I can't hear anything because I don't have it set to that right now. There it is. There's the audio for it.
A hick from French lick. Bird was born into
an audio follows video. I have that option on this Blackmagic, so that if I don't want,
and he did most of his talking on the bass.
Where if I do want it to just play the audio only when I cut to it, then I click this button called Audio Follows Video, AFV. Another great feature. I'm going to have to really get into this and show people, if you're willing to, I get it. I mean, if you've got that ultimate goal of having multiple cameras and doing a live stream web show, just start doing this piece by piece. I mean, I don't know. I've got the stuff to be able to do it. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, I just want to tell people how to do it. I don't know. I'm weird.
and became the #1 team in the country.
Now I could turn the audio off though, just like that, just with a button, which is pretty helpful. So if I'm playing, if I'm playing an NBA game and and I just want to cut between that and just like a shot that I could actually have some pieces of video already lined up with. And probably what I should do is rip the video, put it in a video editor, and get it ready to play, maybe even repeat so that you can see, or I can just line it up DJ style, like video DJ, get it lined up, and then where it needs to play it, and then click right over to it, and then I'll try to beat it to where it takes the stuff off. I don't know. The timing is going to be, that would be something like I need to hire a co-host to kind of help with. That's what the co-host could do. The co-host could just sit here and line up stuff that we're going to play, and we got our input with the game, and we'll have another camera or another laptop. Multiple. There's four. So there's room to grow. And there is an audio monitoring solution that you have right away if you get a monitor, which, yeah, I know, more money. If you're lucky like me and you work in the field, then I use it for other things. I use it for top of a camera to do videography work for like plays and shows. I need to do a shout out to this. The IRT is going virtual. Indianapolis Repertory Theater. It's a Wonderful Life one-man show. Rob Johansson, one man, does all the voices, everything. If you love the movie, you'll love it. If you haven't seen the movie, you'll love it. And then you'll make you want to go watch the movie and love it. And what's great about us video recording it is you can go back and watch it again. That's what's cool about it too. Now it's live theater. Yes, it doesn't beat seeing it but that's why that's such a luxury, isn't it? But nowadays it's important for people to be able to see great work. And so anyway, quick shout out to that. And then, so I need to stop this stream though. It's probably going on. Wait, let's check it real quick. So that's cool. I can play. We have crazy download speed now. So I know I can play videos really well in my house, but the upload speed, with Zoom going now with this, I'm going to be using every bit of that 20. I get about 23, 24. So I'd like more than that. I'm going to be working on that for sure. Definitely going to be working on that. And I kind of need to work on getting a better camera here. And you know what? You don't necessarily have to have it plugged in. If it has a good battery life, like I have a 5D Mark III, that would last long enough to do. I mean, if you're trying to do like an hour show, I think the battery would. I don't know. You probably need it plugged in. I think they have batteries adapted for cameras like this, but this is a G20. They've got other ones like G30, G40. You can probably find an open box deal on eBay that's a lot better now. We'll check out more of that later, but I gotta go. Peace, y'all. Thanks, Banana. When life throws you bananas, go bananas, but don't go too bananas. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I think I had 2 viewers at one point. That's a step up. Please subscribe. I'm going to do this more. But I'm going to need more feedback. I'm going to start checking my email with this because I do have an email tied to this. And there's a message board, obviously, through YouTube. So I need to be better about engaging people. And if someone's like, hey, yeah, I've got this camera, this computer. Do you think the ATEM Mini would work with it? And my answer would be like, I hope it would. It's advertised to. Like even different formats. Like one camera could be in 1080p. This other source could be in something else. And it's just supposed to work. It's magic. It's Blackmagic. It's the Blackmagic ATEM Mini. It's incredible. Anyway, thanks, Banana fans. I appreciate you. Peace. Be good. I got to click the end button too.